Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who have sent his beloved and our beloved Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and allow us to do something positive and good in this world, and inshallah receive the mercy, the grace and love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the hereafter. So we have completed our whole series of videos. You go to YouTube, Islamic Motivation PIP, there's 135 videos on being achievers in life. And I've mentioned earlier that we have this is based on our book, Positive Islamic Psychology. So we have completed, alhamdulillah, this series, which inshallah we will then transcribe into a book to be shared with the world. And today I'm going to go to a new chapter, a new book inshallah, based on whatever that Allah has endowed upon myself and my friends and our team in Positive Islamic Psychology Center, how we are going to actually impact the ummah. Alright? So today we are going to another level, and inshallah this will be a continuing research that will go on and on and on until Allah ordained that we leave this planet Earth. So whatever good that we can achieve out of it, may Allah have mercy on us, and may Allah accept it as our ibadah and as our good works that will bring us to Jannah in the hereafter. So today I'm going to talk about the whole idea of Islamic psychology. Because this is a big topic. As I scan the material that is available in the Muslim world, we find that there is very little research that is being done compared to the secular world, and how and why we Muslims can move forward in the 21st and 22nd century, and how we are going to achieve excellence, how we're going to maintain our family structure, how we're going to maintain our iman in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how society is going to change, and so many of these things that is disruptive and that can affect ourselves, our family, the ummah, humanity, this planet Earth. So I have explained in detail in our book Positive Islamic Psychology. This could be the framework, because we have a lot of ideas that is developed by the late Professor Muhammad Mahdi Jenkins, my friend and mentor. And when he passed on, I completed this book, Positive Islamic Psychology. We have explained the whole idea, and a lot of these ideas I have transcribed into this whole idea which I mentioned to you about this on being achievers in life. So the whole idea is, how are we going to go forward with Islamic psychology? The basis is always going back to this book, that is Positive Islamic Psychology. But this is insufficient. There will be a need for thousands of research in the area of Islamic psychology, in terms of the definition, in terms of the nature of Islamic psychology, in terms of the protocol intervention, in terms of whatever that is impacting ourselves, our family, the ummah. So there are many things which is being done in the Western world through a lot of their psychological protocols, method, and among those foremost is CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. But in Islam, we are not just a secular human being. We are not just a material being, but we are a spiritual being. So how are we going to do? So Professor Muhammad Mahdi Jenkins has developed this model, which I've repeated many times, that we are living both in a spiritual and emotional world. So we have the spiritual existence and the physical existence. That is our ruh, qalb, akal and jasad, spiritual, emotional, mental and physical self. So we have, and the imprint that affects us insofar as our total past learning history as a human being come from three sources. That is, first, our environmental sources, the source of our environment. Second is the social and interpersonal sources and intrapersonal sources. And the third one is from our inner speech, that comes from our ruh, qalb, akal, that manifested into the physical realm, and then it become our feeling, emotion, and thoughts that then develop into whether it is positive or negative, whether it is good or bad, and so on. So the intervention and the methodology is just one example of a model. And I'm trying to tell you that this is not the definitive model of a Islamic psychology. Maybe among Muslim psychologists, they have developed a better model. So what they need to do is develop their model, propose it to the world, and then maybe write some articles, research papers, and then we can do the development of a better model, which will be consonant with the need of the Ummah in the 21st century and so on. So this is the model that we have developed, Alhamdulillah, with the grace and the mercy of Allah, with the knowledge imbued by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to our brother Professor Muhammad Mahdi Jenkins and myself. We developed this model. So now we are telling that this is one model of Islamic psychology. Why we need to develop the model? Because insofar as intervention is concerned, in Islam, we have our traditional intervention through the various faith healers or Sufi healings, or within the realm of the local area, for example, Bomo and so on. But what are the imperative insofar as it is, for example, scientific, insofar as it is the intervention and the protocol is research-based, intervention that can be justified, and there is this both qualitative and quantitative proof of this intervention, and how we are going to move forward with this. So in the Western world, they have CBT. Yeah? So they have this CBT now, cognitive behavior therapy, which is the most predominant method of intervention, because this has been well researched over 20 years, and there are thousands of papers developed by this psychologists practicing CBT. They also have DBT and its associate methodology. You have others that is in practicing NLP and many others of this kind of intervention. All right. So what is the Islamic solution to this? I'm proposing that inshallah we use the CBT vehicle, because this CBT vehicle is very big in terms of research. It's so fantastic. The thousands of papers already published in CBT. So we don't reinvent the wheel. What we need to do is to create an Islamic version called PI CBT. Why I call this is PI? Positive Islamic Cognitive Behavior Therapy. So this will be the intervention model based on CBT. So we take the best from modern psychology and we bring from us our PIP model. Our PIP model that I have explained to you, this PIP model, and we develop positive Islamic cognitive behavior therapy. And from here then we will develop all the tools, okay, research, okay, protocols, okay, intervention, etc., etc. So all these things, what I'm saying is, it opened a vista of opportunity to a lot of our scholars, both in the field of psychology, and in the field of human sciences, and in the field of spirituality. Because this input would be from psychology, okay, this input would be from human sciences, this input could be from neurology, the neurological sciences that is now coming up very strong. This is the era of brain sciences. So many neurological development that we have developed. This is also could be the intervention of the heart, how the heart function, and so many things. So many things, so that if we are going to develop all this methodology, it will take thousands and thousands of young minds, researchers, Muslims, taking cognizance of the beauty of this deen, the beauty of what Islam has to offer to the world, and then we will develop this intervention protocol, first and foremost, to help we Muslims to achieve peace, happiness, and success in this world, maintain our iman in the face of atheism, scientific atheism, materialism, greed, and how we are going to then move on to become an ummah that can help this world, because this world now is in a fragmented mode. Human beings are fragmented. Human civilization are fragmented because the model of the 20th and the 21st century civilization is based on greed, it is based on gambling, it is based on banking, it is based on prostitution, selling of sex, it's based on hedonistic desire, it's based on so many of these negative things that definitely is not sustainable for us to continue as a civilization. So this alternative model that we are presenting is just ideas. Inshallah, as I say, from time to time we will upload as many videos as possible. My role is, inshallah, to do some research, and based on my 30 years experience as a human resource consultant, teaching, coaching, mentoring, leadership, and other productivity tools, and also how we're going to achieve excellence, being achievers in life, and so on. Those knowledge, inshallah, before I get too old, I can then present this in this little YouTube channel, and you can then just learn whatever that you need to learn, expand on this body of knowledge, help each other, and develop a beautiful world based on contemporary Islam. Heart-based, always doing what is the best, that is to develop love, peace, understanding among all human beings, and we Muslims achieve for ourselves, our children, our family, our society, happiness, fulfillment, and success in this short life that we have, at the most 100 years, and an eternal hereafter that will be on and on and on and on, beyond space, beyond time, that is pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and receiving His hidayah, His love, His mercy, His compassion, and inshallah, with that grace from Allah, all things is possible. What Allah has will come to pass, and as we as His servant and His Khalifa on this earth should always strive to make ourselves good, help others to be good, and make the world good. So inshallah, come to this YouTube channel, and every day try to just spend 10 minutes with us, so that we can give you new ideas on the idea of Islamic psychology. Inshallah, see you in the next video.